Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Chua, physical therapist. And yes, I'm your alternative healthcare career coach. Tonight, we're going to be interviewing Greg Todd, my personal coach, and we're going to be talk about how to be invincible, to join the Invincible Challenge. We'll be back in a few seconds, okay?
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Hello, everyone. If you are watching live, comment live, watching on the replay, comment replay. I'm trying to log into my cell phone. But we are here in our Jackson location clinic tonight. We were supposed to go live last Tuesday, but for some reason I got sick, and then now we got to move here. But I got a special guest for tonight. But before we keep on going, check out hellonote.com. If you need documentation system, it's amazing. We use it here in our clinic, hellonote.com, okay? And of course, tonight we're going to be running a challenge. Join the Invincible Challenge by my personal coach, Greg Todd. We're going to ask him who he is. Who is Greg Todd? A lot of people were asking, who is this dude? You know, this crazy dude. I'm like, stuff like that. But for some reason, he's been coaching me for a while now. And I see people who are in the live thing. Thank you very much for those people who are commenting, but appreciate you. Again, let me introduce my friend, my coach. His name is Greg Todd. He's a physical therapist. He owns several clinics down there in Florida, and he's been coaching people how to find, obviously, their alternative career by being amazing, changing your lifestyle, changing your behaviors and everything. And now he's got this amazing challenge called the Invincible Challenge. And I want him to come over here in our group to explain what is really being an invincible. You know, can you not see, or can you? I mean, he was telling me, hey, Michael, correct your spelling. I'm like, that's not the correct invincible. So we got to know that. He's asking the foreigner to spell, man. So without further ado, we're going to bring in Mr. Coach, the amazing, the dashing, the debonair, Greg Todd.
What's up?
Man, I miss talking to you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know Greg, you got to know him. You know, we own the small businesses and stuff like this. And when you get discouraged, you don't talk to the people who are also discouraged. I talk to the people who can lift me up. And this is one of the many people that I reach out to, and I would reach out and call him and Facebook him and everything. Hey, man, I need some encouragement. Or just watching his videos just pushes me to my next level. So, Greg, could you please tell us who you are? What do you really do? And how can you help us be invincible? And how can you help us find our next level alternative career, sir?
First of all, thank you as always for having me on. I'm glad you're feeling better, my friend. That's the most important thing. So for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm a physical therapist by trade, and I've been a physical therapist for the last 23 years. My reason for becoming a physical therapist was so that I wouldn't be like my dad. It's just so funny because my dad and my mom are actually driving here from Miami, Florida right now to celebrate my daughter's birthday tomorrow. But I love my father. I just didn't want to be like him. He was self-employed, and I saw his income go up, and I saw it go down, and I saw it go up, and I saw it go down. And I was like, I never, ever, ever want to deal with that. I want stability in my life. And that was the main reason why I decided that I wanted to be a physical therapist, because I felt as though it was an in-demand profession. I felt as though it was going to give me stability, and I felt like I would never want an alternative career to physical therapy. I felt like that was something I can do from, the age of 23 when I became a physical therapist, all the way until I'm 65 and I decide to retire. And what I quickly realized, like many of you, is that the traditional way of how they want us to be a physical therapist, I quickly realized after about 3 or 4 years that I don't know if I could do this until I retire. And so I basically went on a path to figuring out how I could serve people, still being a physical therapist, but serve them in a way that allowed me to feel like I was impacting people in a way that I wanted to do it. So that was my path. And I went through a lot of ups and downs. And basically what I've done is I've found multiple ways to be able to serve an audience without burning myself out, being able to make much more money than I would as a traditional physical therapist, being able to have impact and serve people in the way that I want to serve them. Holding on to my faith, holding on to the things that mean a lot to me, holding on to my values. So that's really what I've done. And I've done that through having 3 clinics, through having 4 other businesses that I would say 3 of them are in healthcare, 2 of them are outside of healthcare. And I basically did everything that I thought I wasn't going to do. And today, one of my businesses is helping people like you figure out what your path and what your mission is in the field of healthcare, or even not in the field of healthcare. So how do you impact a lot of people? And that's what I do. And I help people do that. That's what I'm going to do with this Invincible Challenge. It's going to be a free challenge that I'm going to do next week, March 6th through 10th. And I'm going to help people figure out how they can actually set themselves up to become invincible. And invincible means that you are so powerful that you can't be overcome or defeated by the things that are going on right now in our world. And the things that are going on in our world right now is massive rise in cost with inflation, layoffs happening left and right, higher productivity standards, insurance not reimbursing and paying us at the levels that we feel like we should get paid, people with massive amounts of years of experience not being able to get increase in pay and be valued at more, even though they are becoming better and they're more proficient in their job. And I want to show you that it doesn't matter what's going on in the world, that if you have the right set of skills, if you have the right perspective, if you know the right people, you can overcome anything regardless of what's going on. And that's what we're going to do in the Invincible Challenge.
Amen. Amen. And for those people who are watching, I just wanted to let you know, first, I'm closer on the camera on Greg. That's why my head is bigger. But in reality, my head is really Greg is really fit and good looking. But let me just share this real quick. Greg has been mentoring me and the rest of the people in the therapy world, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you notice, the coaches of the people who have the Facebook groups, though just me, Uncaged Clinician, Next Level OT, the home health people, is being coached by Greg Todd. If you don't know that, ladies and gentlemen. And he is the reason why all this physical, quote unquote, physical therapy influencers has come out. You got the canine people, the people who does the dog thing, the canine people, Francisco. He was mentored by Greg. I mean, you see me doing all this dementia stuff, the alternative crew. He mentored me. Uncaged Clinician was mentored by Greg. Next Level OT is being mentored by Greg. So why not you? You're inside the alternative career group. If you want to go to your next level, be quote unquote invincible. I wish I'm not. I wish I'm still in. I want to be invincible like Greg. Ultimate invincibility is, of course, God. But if you want that quote unquote stability, be invincible yourself from your heart within. And this is where Greg comes in. And I'm going to ask Greg some of this question here. Greg, I know you're doing this challenge. Is there a pay for this? Is there is it free to join? Yeah. Is there like a VIP or something like that? Can you share that?
So it's all of them. The challenge is free. You can sign up for the challenge at invinciblechallenge.com. And you can come in totally for free. I know there's a lot of people that are struggling and they can't invest, and that's totally fine. This is one of those challenges that I just want to help as many people as I possibly can. So you can sign up for the challenge totally for free. Perfect. Is there another option beyond the free? Sure, there is. And basically, that's for people that want lifetime recordings to every single day on all the trainings that I'm going to do. So if you want lifetime recordings, you can upgrade and it's $97. If you will just commit to being there every single day for 5 days, solely for free. Just take everything that I'm teaching you. This is what I do to teach all of my students on how you become invincible. Here's the deal. The deal is this. We went to school and we learned how to do a thing. Whether you're a CODA, you're an OT, you're a physical therapist, you're a chiropractor, you're a registered dietitian, it doesn't matter. Whatever you are, okay? You went to school to learn how to do a thing. What you didn't go to school for is you didn't understand how to actually create influence in your community, in your tribe. So when you look at whether it's Mike, whether it is, Uncaged Clinicians, whether it is Next Level OT, what they have learned is they've learned how to serve people, and they've learned how to serve people in a way to where it's not them always being in front of a client. Okay, you have to learn how to serve people and give them value regardless of where they're at. So instead of you worrying about, I can only serve people in my geographical location, you should be able to serve people with the experience, with the knowledge, with the gifts that you have, regardless of where people are at. And that's something that we never learn in school. And that is actually capping out people's pay. And it's making people very tired because they can only serve in the way that they learned in school. And that's where the problem is for most people. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to show you how to do that. And it's totally free.
There you go. There you go. So first, it's free. And of course, if you want the recording, obviously you pay the recording. I mean, it's for $97 being with Greg Todd. Oh, that's not a no-brainer. Next question, Greg. How much is my time commitment? Do I need to be there 24/7? How long is this challenge? I know it's 5 days. It's like an hour of my day or 30 minutes.
It's going to be about an hour. It's going to be about an hour a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it's going to be about 45 minutes of me teaching. Mm-hmm. It'll be about 5 to 10 minutes of you being in a breakout session for you to take the content that we learned that day and how can you actually apply it for your situation. So I don't just want to teach you stuff. I want you to actually learn and implement those things so that you gain momentum over the 5 days. So it should be about an hour a day for those that are the free attendees. After the hour, I will be bringing on guests throughout the day. And the guests that I bring on for that particular day, those guests are going to do Q&A with our VIP after the 45-minute to hour session that we have with the general admission audience.
That's actually great, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching, that's very important. I'm not trying to push you to the VIP, but it's very important that you also network with the people inside there. Okay, if you're watching, it's very important that you're networking. Of course, ask to be able to ask the speakers questions. That's that is the game changer there. And I've attended Greg's conferences, and I get to speak and talk to the speakers themselves, and that's so valuable. Asking them, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without me asking. So yeah, I need to back up so I could have the same. Really, I'm not this overweight.
Mike.
Really,
you look great. You look great. Anytime you got Mike with the mic, you're great.
There you go. All right. My next question, Greg. I know you're a very busy man. You got other interviews. So do I need to be a healthcare professional to join this? Do I need to be a PT or OT, or anybody can join this and do this? Because we got PTAs and CODAs in the group. They're like wondering, oh, I'm limited because I'm an assistant. Can I do this without having a supervisor? I mean, how does this work, Greg?
Yeah, so this is available for everyone. You can be a PTA, you can be a CODA, you can be not in healthcare, you can be in healthcare. Here, I want to say this. So in October of 2022, I did a challenge. And it's a challenge that I've done for 2 years called the Raise Your Income Challenge, another 5-day challenge. And the reason why people are like, hey, why did you change it from Raise Your Income to now you're doing a new challenge, Invincible? I was like, because it's different times. But here's something that happened in that challenge. So in that challenge, a lot of my students brought guests, and they brought guests that were not in healthcare. And I knew I could help them. I mean, I knew I could. But people from that challenge ended up coming into my programs. And from that challenge, we had people that were able to take the content and take the information that they learned from the challenge and go on and start to create passive income for themselves with just something that they didn't realize was valuable that other people wanted. And so this is the first challenge that I've actively said, I want this to be open to the general public. I think that's why it's gotten so big. We have over 820 people that have registered so far. But I think it's because we have moved it to the general public. Anyone can come to this challenge. If you have lived, you have a mouth, you have the ability to speak, come to the challenge. I believe I can help you.
There you go. There you go. Again, if you hear that, ladies and gentlemen, we try to limit ourselves. I was like telling this to, I think Greg knows this, and I was on a work visa. I can only work for the company that petitioned me. But because of Greg, because of him telling me I need to make passive income, I need to do this, I've learned how to not really circumvent, but I've learned how to find ways to make passive income, not actively making money, uh, using Greg's program and challenges. So I created courses and classes, and then those made me a little bit of extra money. Not making a lot, obviously. I still had to create income for my main job because I'm on a work visa. But there are some ways that you can do. All right. Next question, Greg. How much experience do I need to have when I join this challenge? Do I have to have like internet knowledge like this, or is it going to be like in a Zoom call or something? And will it be emailed to me or texted to me? How does that work? Do they have to sign up on a website or something like that?
Yeah. So you just have to sign up at invinciblechallenge.com. So here's what's going to happen. Once you sign up, you're going to see a video from me, and it's going to be like, hey, welcome to the challenge. And I'm basically going to tell you to do two things. Number one, I'm going to tell you to join our group. We have a group called sshcgroup.com. And it's where you can meet some of the other people that have joined up for the challenge, right? I think there's like 350 people that have already joined that group from the challenge, okay? And then that's all you need to do. You have to give us your email in order to join the challenge. And then when you give us your email, we're going to send you a link. The link is going to be for Zoom, okay? And it's going to be a Zoom link to where you're going to be on, and I'm going to be teaching, and I'm going to be in my classroom. I'll be there. I'll be teaching you. I'll be at my whiteboard. I'll be showing you things. I'll be giving you, examples. I'll show you, okay, this is the workbook that I want you to fill out. Everything will make sense once you're actually there. If you don't have Zoom on your phone, or you don't have Zoom on your computer, if you want to download Zoom, you can basically have that ready for Monday. And we start at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It'll be 5 days on 5 different ways that you can create income, passive income, online income. And I show you 3 different ways to do it. If you feel like you're an expert in something, I show you how to do it if you feel like you're an expert. Many of you don't feel like you're an expert at anything. I show you how to do it if you feel like you're not an expert in anything, okay? And then I also show you how to do it using the current era of wealth that we're in, okay? So you don't have to have any years of experience. You don't have to have any technical knowledge. You just have to have a cell phone, and you got to be willing to take action and follow instructions. That's really it.
I love that. If you already have a cell phone, you just have to take action on it. I made just sometimes we just forget how awesome the tools that we have right now. And again, thank you very much for those people who are watching live, commenting there live, and to also I can't see your name right now, but thank you very much. I appreciate you. Greg, another question that it shows here. Some people, they've tried to do it, and they weren't successful doing online businesses and stuff like that. Is there like are you going to help them try to find, just like me? I called you, hey Greg, it's not working, and you told me, hey, you got to do this. So is there really an opportunity? Will it really work for them? Because some people, it didn't work. So
yeah, I mean, I would say that for many people, there have been certain things that they're like, I've tried this and it didn't work. But there's many components and there's pieces to the puzzle. You guys, when I became a physical therapist, the first client I ever treated, I'll never forget this. My first client I ever treated, this is December 26th of 2000. And this person comes in, there's a 14-year-old girl, and I'm treating her for a knee problem, right? I spent 2 hours doing an evaluation on this person because I was so inexperienced. And I had to ask them to come back again because I ran out of time. They needed to go home. And the next day, I basically finished up the evaluation. I was terrible. I was awful at what I did. Okay. And so the reality is that, you know, in anything, you're not, if you think you're going to come to the challenge and I'm going to teach you stuff, and right at the gate, everything's going to work perfectly. I can't guarantee that. Okay. That's not how it worked for me. For me, what I did is I learned a set of skills. I understood them, and then I started to use them, and I did them over and over and over again. And over time, I started to master those skills. And me mastering those skills have allowed me to make 250 times more than I made as a physical therapist treating. So the question is, does it take money to make money? Well, in this case, it doesn't, because the challenge is free. But here's what it takes to make money. If you want to make more money, it takes courage. It takes creativity. It takes perseverance. And it takes discipline. And if you have that, come to the challenge. If you don't have any of that, then maybe it's not going to be for you.
There you go. Thank you for answering that, because a lot of people like, oh, I tried it already. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you only tried it once.
Yeah.
You only tried it twice. You only tried it 3 times. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Greg has tried multiple times. I personally could tell you now, I have been denied a visa, a green card, and a working visa multiple times, ladies and gentlemen, just to come here to the United States. I've been rejected multiple times. Yes, I'm here legally, but I've been rejected multiple times. Will that stop me from coming in here and achieving my American dream, to give a good living and live a good life for my family? No. And same thing when you're starting your online business, and same thing when you're starting your private practice, same thing, whatever you're finding your alternative career, you don't stop. A lot of people in the group will say, well, I've applied for 1,000 of job. Yes, I know you're exaggerating, but is it really 1,000? Maybe you're 1,001 will be your alternative career, alternative job. I'm running out of English, Greg.
It's all good.
So you got to keep going. Just like what Greg said, you may have failed once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Just keep going. But here's the thing. When you keep going, you got to learn how to adapt and adjust. You just can't just do the same thing again and again, expecting the same result, different result. So
you want to know something so interesting? I'll never forget this. One of my mentors is a man named Myron Golden. And he told me this. Yeah. Oh gosh. Listen to this one.
Sometimes I gotta break. I want to break his leg. Just kidding.
Oh, geez, yeah, I'm telling you. So listen to this. He worked for the same company that my father worked for. Right? It's called Primerica, and he started with the company, I believe, in 1985. So in 1985, he starts with this company. He didn't get his first sale until I think it was like April of 1987. So he went nearly 2 years of talking to people and not getting a sale and getting our customer for life insurance. Now, did the company not work? Or was he just not proficient enough of how he conveyed his communication to people until the fact that it took him 2 years to be able to get a customer? No, the company works. The process works. But you have to go through the process, and you actually have to get good at it. You know what's so interesting? What's so interesting is that we go to school, and we go to, let's just say you're a physical therapist assistant, and you go to physical therapist assistant school, and you go there, you actually start your regular schooling for 2 years, right? You go through your associate's degree. And after you do your associate's degree for 2 years, do you expect to be an amazing physical therapist assistant? No, you actually have to apply to get into physical therapy assistant school. And then let's just say you get in. By the way, most people don't get in on the first time. So do you quit then? No, like you didn't. So then now you finally get into physical therapy assistant school. So now we're 3 years in. So you start your first year and you do your first year, okay? And after your first year, are you treating patients yet? No. So we're now 4 years in. You haven't made any money yet as a physical therapist assistant. You have no problem with it. You're like, well, that's the way that it is. So now you go into the next year, and now you're doing your internships. Now you're practicing, and you practice for about 6 months to a year. Are you making any money yet? No, actually, in fact, you're paying them money to go through this entire process. So when someone says to me, I've tried this before, and I said, well, how long have you been doing this? Oh, I tried it about 3 months. And, to me, it sets some really, really, really bad expectations and poor expectations. You're willing to go through something for 4 years. For us that are physical therapists, we have to go to school for 7.5 years from start of undergrad to finishing physical therapy school. For Mike and him coming from the Philippines, you want to talk about a journey. You just want to talk about a journey of not only having to become a licensed physical therapist and then basically coming here to the States and then having to go and retake the exam. It is a process. And here we are for some of us saying that, hey, I've tried something 1 time or 2 times and it didn't work for me. Hence, it doesn't work. When you want something bad enough, you'll figure it out. To me, I remember my dad saying this, it's got to work or it's got to work.
So true. So true. It's got to work or it's got to work, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. All right. Well, again, if you're watching live, comment live. Watching on a replay, comment replay. Some people are commenting. I can't see it in the computer, but I see it in my phone. Ray, thank you very much for watching live. Swati, thank you for watching live. Oh, K Joy Lynn. K Joy's all over. She's like all over.
She's what you call omnipresent.
I know,
omnipresent. Right? She's got that Chicago omnipresence.
I know. It's like she's all over. And she said, then one screw loose. And she said, I don't know who's the screw loose. I don't know who has the loose screw, but I think Greg and I have it too. So, and then there's a great comment here. Will the challenge help me as a coda with disabilities, Greg? I mean, what do you think? I mean, she is a coda and she has disabilities. Will this challenge help her
with disability? Yeah. So this is something oh wow, this is such a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that you asked this question. I don't think I would be doing this challenge had I not had my body fail me. So if you don't mind, I just want to tell you guys a quick story. So for me, I've been a licensed physical therapist since December 26th of 2000. And I treated basically every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, half days on Saturdays. Even I would say probably 25% of the time I treated on a Sunday as well after church. I saw patients. And it wasn't until 2009 that my body, after I actually ran a marathon, that my body said, no more. And I started to have autoimmune issues. I actually had mono, didn't listen to my body because the value I had to the world was by treating patients. So my mono turned into Epstein-Barr. And the Epstein-Barr basically turned into chronic autoimmune issues. And I didn't have the ability to do what my doctor had told me to do. My doctor said, hey, listen, we need you to shut it down. I'm like, I can't shut it down because I shut it down, I'm going to have to shut my house down and I'm not going to be able to take care and provide for my family. So I didn't listen. And then I just continued to treat because that's the only value that I had until I got to 2011, where I had 3 seizures in 4 days. And after that time, I realized, and I was laid up for about a week and a half. And I felt like my body now said, you can't go anymore. And it wasn't until then that I started to really openly explore other ways that I can be of value to people, because I realized that my body is not going to allow me to treat patients in the way that I was used to treating patients for the first 11 years of my career. So everything that I'm going to show you in the Invincible Challenge is actually made for you. It's using your mind and using your mouth to be able to actually help people and impact people. And it's actually not physically taxing your body in the way that we were trained and conditioned to do as physical therapists. or if you're an occupational therapist, or in your case, a CODA. So I actually think the challenge was made for you. Yeah, I would, I don't know what your name is, but I would highly advise you to sign up for the challenge. I think it's going to bless you in ways that you can't imagine.
There you go. There you go. I don't know if you were still listening there, but yes, that is so true, ladies and gentlemen. The the challenges that you have right now, if you got a big challenge, your big issue or big challenge, the bigger the victory, the bigger the challenge, the bigger the victory. And I don't know what religion that you believe, Facebook user. Um, he will put you those challenges in your life, not just for you, but also for other people too. And she said she has MS and asthma anxiety disorder. So maybe as a coda, you can use your MS or your coda skills to record videos or educate people who have MS.
Here, you know what? You know what? Let me help her right now. I'm going to help her right now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be 3 different models that I'm going to teach people on how they can generate money online. And these models, like there's many other, models, but these models are what have made me massive amounts of income and impact. Okay. The model I would say for you, okay, because a lot of times you all don't feel like you're an expert. And I kind of understand where it's coming from. Many of us in healthcare, we value our worth based on years of experience, right? And fine. So let's just say you believe, you know what, I'm not an expert in anything. Okay. But you're going through having MS and you're going through having these asthma issues. And what I would call that is I would call that a passion project. Now, are you passionate about having MS? No. Are you passionate about having asthma issues? No, you're not passionate about having it. But you're passionate about helping other people that are struggling with how to adapt and how to navigate through this journey of MS like you have navigated through, or this journey of having asthma with MS like you have navigated through. You're passionate about helping other people not feel alone. So I want to tell you guys, there are people that are making tens of thousands of dollars per month by just bringing people together like you, where it is a collective community. And it's not just a community that is just like necessarily like a free Facebook group. And it could be free, but it's a community where you bring people together and you're not acting and positioning yourself that you're the expert. What you're doing in that community is you're saying, I'm here to serve, and I'm here to serve you all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring information to you all that is going to not only benefit me, but if it benefits me, I know it's going to benefit you. And I'm going to find speakers, and I'm going to find resources, and I'm going to find those things, and I'm going to bring it to you all. And you want to know what people love, and you want to know what people pay for, what people value. They value maps. They value tools. They value a guide. And that's what people pay for. And it has nothing to do with your physical ability to do anything. It has to do with your heart, it has to do with your mind, and it has to do with your mouth. And if you can use those 3 things together, you can help so many people with some of the things and some of the ailments and some of the obstacles that you're going through right now. So that's what I would say to you. That's called memberships. That's called associations. And I'm going to show you what you need to do to actually start that.
That's so powerful, ladies and gentlemen. That's free coaching for you, Facebook user.
Yeah.
Somebody she also mentioned here she's been volunteering with the MS Society for 11 years. So there you go. There you go.
It's perfect. That's perfect. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. All right, Greg. I know you're a very busy man. Any last parting wisdom for our group of people here? Where can they reach you? Obviously, the website. I was going to put up my link, but for some reason, it's just a crazy long link. But go to invinciblechallenge.com. But Greg, any last parting wisdom for our team? Where can they find you? When is this going to happen and everything like that?
Yeah, I'll just say this. In the Facebook group, in the comment section, you'll see a link. We'll put Mike's link there, and I would love for you guys to use that. And I just want to know like who's coming from who, and that would be fantastic. The biggest thing I would just tell you all is that, you don't know what you don't know. Okay. You don't know what you don't know. And I totally get that a lot of people are leaving the healthcare profession in droves. But I think this is something that you need to understand. I think many of you are trying to find something else. And that's why this group is called alternative healthcare, right? You have some interest in trying to figure out what else is there out there. Here's what I want to leave you with. I want you all to understand that regardless of where you go, be very careful of what you're building. Be very careful of the vehicle that you're building. Because if you're building a vehicle that takes as much energy and effort to run it as it does to build it, you built the wrong vehicle. I want you all to understand this. The majority of us in healthcare have built a 40 vehicle, 40. That's a vehicle that you have built that allows you to work 40 hours a week and serve people 40 hours a week, which means that you're giving value to people 40 hours a week. What I'm going to show you is how to create a 168 vehicle, which allows you to be 4 times more effective. So what is a 168 vehicle? A 168 vehicle is a vehicle that operates 168 hours a week. That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And you are not working, but it has the ability to serve people whether you are working or not. And I'm telling you right now, for those of you that are struggling with feeling burned out, struggling with feeling like you're stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're anxious, and you're tired, this is the vehicle that you must build. And when you are trying to change careers, but you've just changed careers to go to another 40 vehicle, you usually realize that, wow, the grass isn't always green on the other side. Build yourself a 168 vehicle. If that makes sense to you, just sign up for the Invincible Challenge, and I'll show you what you need to do to build that.
There you go. There you got to build a 168-hour vehicle. Is that hours? I guess that's an hour, right?
Hours. You got it.
So,
you got it. Yeah.
So a lot of us we're always thinking, oh, let's do a 40-hour work week. I mean, guess what? Yeah, that's nothing wrong. I mean, I work a 40-hour work week. I'm still here at the clinic, doing a more than 40-hour work week. But you need to find that 168-hour work week, or in at least, let's just say you're doing 40-hour work week. Let's just say you're making $50, but still you're trading time for money.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got 168 hours, but let's just say you're making $10 an hour, but you're making 168 hours. That's $168. Help me with the math, Greg. So 168, $1,680 passively to you.
Right. Here, I'll give you a perfect example. By the way, I worked in a clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I worked in a clinic. What you all have to understand is this. When you're working a 168-hour vehicle, in order for you to make $100,000 a year, you need to make $11 an hour.
At least I'm close, right?
You're close. When you work a 40-hour vehicle, you have to make $50 an hour in order for you to make $100,000 an hour. Now, I want to say this to you, Mike, because I want to just encourage you here. I worked a 40 vehicle, but the key for me is that while I was working my 40 vehicle and I was in the clinic, just like you on a Friday night, I also was building my 168 vehicle. So that 168 vehicle wasn't making me as much as it was making what I was making in the clinic, but it was making me then first $100 a month, and then $200 a month, and then $300 a month, and then $400 a month, and then $500 a month. And I was still working in the clinic. What I did is I used my influence in the clinic to then bring people to other solutions that I had at the 168 vehicle. Without the clinic, the 168 vehicle would have been built as fast. That's what I did. And then as I'm building this 168 vehicle, I got to the point where, whoa, this 168 vehicle is now getting very close to what I'm making in a clinic. And now I have a decision. And now I made a decision to go 80-20 this way versus 80-20 this way. And 80-20 was like, wow, I can actually now focus more on my 168 vehicle, because my 168 vehicle is almost replacing what I was doing in my 40 vehicle. And because it's now replacing what I'm doing in my 40 vehicle, and I had a clinic, I was actually had money now to actually go and hire a staff member to be able to help me with continuing to operate the 40 vehicle. And then I put more of my effort into the 168 vehicle. And as I did that, that's what allowed me to basically start to accumulate the wealth that I've accumulated. That's how it works.
There you go. There you go. Again, thank you very much for explaining the 40 and 168.
Yeah, you got it.
Something. So all I know is 180-degree turn and 365 turns. So all
that's good.
All right. Again, thank you very much for people who are watching live. Belissa, I think I see you there. Thank you very much for watching. Greg, any last invitation for them? Where is it going to be? Website, and then the date and time again?
Yeah, invinciblechallenge.com. You can sign up now, get in before this weekend. If you have other friends, family members, coworkers, colleagues, patients, tell them about the Invincible Challenge as well. It will be live Monday, March 6th, Tuesday, the 7th, Wednesday, the 8th, Thursday, the 9th, Friday, the 10th. If for some reason you cannot show up, you can upgrade to VIP and get the recordings. If you want to just come for free, show up live every day from 7 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern, and you will have your minds blown. And I promise you, you will leave there with the ability to create a 168 vehicle and understand that there's not just one way to do it, but there's 3 different ways. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did and the process of how you can do it for yourself.
All right. Again, thank you very much, GT. Appreciate you. Somebody said here, GT is everywhere. Of course, he is everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Again, before I let you go, always remember the word fast. F-A-S-T, letter F. Find people that will bring out the best in you, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. Tonight, I hang out with Greg. I feel like I want to be challenged. I mean, just like in therapy, we challenge our patient. We make the muscle stronger, make it better, and we challenge them. And same thing in life. If you want to get better and stronger or finding your alternative career, you got to be challenged, ladies and gentlemen. Find people that will challenge you. Not just physically or mentally, right? The good challenge, okay? The good challenge. Next letter is letter A. You got to learn how to take action. All this stuff that we're doing is not going to do me good. It's not even going to do Greg good if you don't take action, okay? Take action by signing up, invinciblechallenge.com. You got to make sure it's the correct spelling, because I misspelled it earlier. Even on my initial post, it was misspelled. So, Invincible Challenge. Take action, ladies and gentlemen. You know what the next letter is on the word fast is letter S. Share and subscribe. The more shares, the better. Share this to your friends. Share the Invincible Challenge, because it may not be applicable to you, but it could be applicable to someone else. You may not feel like you want to do the challenge today, but guess what? Hey, tag people. Hey, I think you're going to be okay with this challenge here. I think this is your next step. Join this challenge. So share it. All right, share that website. And this is what we do. We're sharing. I'm sharing Greg's stuff. We're sharing to everyone, right? And next letter on the word fast is letter T. It's teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. And this is why Greg is so successful in whatever he does. He's teaching people. You got to teach people, ladies and gentlemen. In therapy, we teach people here. We teach them all the time. And that's what Greg does. He teaches people how to be invincible, how to find the alternative career, how to be successful, whatever you do. All right. Again, thank you very much. Thank you very much for those people who are watching live and, of course, on the replay, on the podcast, and the YouTube channel. I appreciate you. I haven't been going live, but be awesome, be great, be excellent. But I will see you on our next episode. Next week, we're going to be interviewing someone else. Again, thank you very much. Be awesome, be great, be excellent. And I'll see you when I see you, my Facebook friends. Check out invinciblechallenge.com.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.